Okay, geometric series. What does series mean? Nope, that's a sequence.
Series of sequences. Sum of sequences.
It's a sum of a sequence. So sequence is we're solving for an unknown term. A series, we're summing a set of terms. What does geometric mean?
Numbers.
Yeah, timesing.
Yeah. And dividing.
And dividing. Okay. Is the green pen okay? Does that work for you guys? Can you see it okay? Just fine. Okay, so with all series, there are two options. Okay? Why do I have this listed here? R cannot equal 1. It's an MPV, right? So that's just a restriction. You don't have to use it to solve for anything in the formula, but it is a restriction that R cannot equal 1 because it's a non-permissible value. And same with this one over here. So just some people find that weird to see, but we've done non-permissible values 100 times, so I feel like we're going to be good with this. Okay, do you think maybe we could stop?
That would be great.
Wow. So two options here, but super similar formulas from the sequence to the series. This is r to the exponent n. Once I solve that out, once I get that in standard form, then I subtract 1. But you've got that n minus 1 also in the sequence series, but the n minus 1 is the whole exponent. I find that those are a couple places that people, they're just reading too fast, and they put this as it's r to the exponent n minus 1, but in this formula, that minus 1 is not in the exponent. So just pay attention to that. I do say these words just so I have video evidence that I've told you. My R and N look the same?
Oh yeah, it's got confusing too.
What? My M looks like an N? What? Oh, okay, so it looks like a triple hump M, like a cursive M, not, and it'd be M? No R in there because they're connected? You guys are pretty judgy, just for the record. I've seen some of your writing, okay? It's not always great. Your writing's perfect? I can't read it. I need a magnifying glass. And sometimes when you're really mad at me, you put 3 things on a single line. Like, I'm barely holding on over here. And none of those should be foreign or like we've done 4 lessons now. We've got 3 lessons under our belt about arithmetic and geometric series and sequence. So these letters should be pretty standard by now. Okay, did you guys, no, I'm not gonna say it because some people haven't written the quiz. Okay, determine the sum of the first 8 terms in these geometric sequences. Yes, that's good. So you just found the common ratio for that one. We know T1 is 5. What's N? 8 says in the question, right? Do I know the N term? Do I know the 8th term? No. So what option am I going to use? Option first one or option second one? Option 1, because that's the one that doesn't have Tn in it. So I'm looking for S of 8. Gosh, and all I heard was your name. I don't know what they said.
They're judging how you're right.
Stop judging Ashton, okay?
Feel like you guys are pretty judgy about people's writings, and we're all just trying to do our best. So what you're going to find is you're probably going to use your calculator an awful lot in this unit. So please make sure you're comfortable with using your exponent buttons, your multiple root buttons. Like if we need to take an 8th root here. Okay, you guys do the next one. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to use decimals here, you can. I'm probably going to figure it out in fractions for funsies. Maybe not. Nobody wants 4 to the exponent 8. That's a big number. Maybe I'll do that as a decimal. 1/4, sorry. That's also, I don't know how I want to deal with this. I love it. You guys are pretty angry about that. And you have to use all the decimal places.
That's a really small one.
It is a tiny number. Let's round our answer to 2 decimal places when you get there.
What are you even looking at? What are you
Where's your calculator? Then get it out of your backpack. And this is, you're absolutely right, this is where your phone calculator is not super helpful.
It's not gonna wanna do
It might.
one of 8. I'll try to actually still matter. But you think it's all like,
That's cool, why do you need to see those things? I got something complete.
and what?
I got 7.5.
Yo, why are you gonna? But you just decided to walk in on this. It's gonna be all year. Wait, why did it? 1/6.5.
What? I'm just gonna put this over this, so you have to pay attention to me. When I put in oh, you guys can't even see that. When I put in 0.25 to the exponent 8, like I took 1/4, converted it into a decimal, put it to the exponent 8, I got e to the exponent -5. Do you guys know what that means? That's scientific notation, so it's times 10 to the -5. So that would mean we move the decimal 5 places to the left, because it's a -5. That's a pretty ugly answer. And if anybody puts e to the exponent -5, my heart breaks. Just you need to know that e means times 10 to the exponent -5, e for exponent. But then I minused 1 and I got a decimal that showed up on the screen. So sometimes your calculator will show you ugly things, but then you can use them to find more reasonable numbers.
1/6.5.
Yeah, you totally can do that, but when you do that division, well, what's 4 to the exponent 8? 65,500, whatever.
Whoa, I didn't know you were
I said we're gonna round to 2 decimal places. We only ever round in our answers, we don't round earlier.
You're that one.
Okay, how do we feel? Good? Bad? Perfect. That's pretty great for a Friday. What have you done? Okay, were you the lady who said wait? Okay.
Yeah, because she was taking the squishy off my book. For context.
Okay, thanks. Okay, determine the sum of the geometric series here.
It's
It's
okay.
okay? Is it okay for me or okay for Amy? I don't know who the okay was for.
Oh, that's a good
For the book.
Okay.
This guy, he wants to know what's a D.
A common difference.
No, I don't think we need D right now.
We don't need D right now.
Okay, my bad, yeah.
We do need a common ratio,
Yeah, that's what I'm on.
and you are correct, Cash. Cash is correct. He showed me a number. What do you mean? He's doing his math. Why are we kicking him out? He's been doing it all along. Okay. So this one we're going to use the second option because we know Tn. We know Tn in this case. So look at our list. What's the value of T1? 1/64. You guys are brilliant. What's Tn? 1,024. Do we need to know n in option number 2? No, we don't need to know n in option number 2, but we do need to know our common ratio.
Unfortunately,
So these ones sometimes are hard to see because fractions, we're just not as comfortable with them. But what you're going to do is, how do you calculate the common ratio? Take the second term and divide it by the first term. So 1 over 16 divide by 1 over 64. So we're going to have 1 over 16 multiplied by 64 over 1. Now, some of you can see that. You don't have to show me the math on how to do it, and that's okay. Like, if you know it's 4, great. I have no problem with that. But if you weren't 100% sure, like you didn't know that 1/16 was bigger than 1/64, like if that didn't pop into your head right away, then do the math. So T2 divided by T1. Okay, second formula is a lot of talking. Which I'm always, sometimes we have to talk it out. That's not a big deal. And we'll go to 2 decimal places again. So like in most situations, these numbers are going to be big and kind of cumbersome. So putting them into decimals isn't a bad strategy, but you do need to know how your calculator works. No. And it's so much nicer when you don't have a calculator, because then you know that I wouldn't expect you to do this. You'd be like, oh, I've done something wrong. What if you don't know what? You don't know how to deal with fractions? You're going to have to get good at them, and the only way you're going to get good at them is we're going to force you to get rid of them. How's the T9 working over there, Caden? Perfect. I love it. Please tell me you're using T9 at least.
yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Scrabble Tournament of Champions. That's you.
I was actually in 4 years ago.
Nice, Caden. Who knew all these secrets? Vishwa, the hockey player, Caden, the Scrabble Tournament of Champions, like things I didn't know. Okay, has a format that each loser of the Scrabble game is eliminated from the tournament. Sudden death. You lose once, you're out. None of this 7 games and we take the most. Winners continue. Hi. Winners continue to the next round of play. You have 2 people playing each game. I know Scrabble you can play more, but 2 people play each game because the loser gets eliminated, so the winner continues on. Only 2 people. If there are 256 entries, what's the total number of games played in the tournament? 17, I like it. Okay. Where are we going to start? What's T1?
256.
Good guess. But 256 entries would mean 256 people. How many people play a game?
2.
So how many games are going on in the first round? Half of 256. 128. Good job. 128. Okay. What is your common ratio?
-1.
Nope.
Half of divide by 2.
Divide by 2. Because what's happening? It's sudden death, right? All the losers get eliminated. I love it. See? Sudden death. You're out. So my common ratio is divide by 2, but ratios are always multiplied. So how do I change a divide by 2 into a multiply?
1/2.
Multiply by a half. What's my TN?
256.
Nope.
It's 1.
Final game. Tournament of Champions. You're down to 1 game, right? So TN is 1. You guys have to solve for N. Because you don't listen. You're too busy. You were not locked in. You were not locked in. But thank you for trying to convince me that you were. Am I using option 1 or option 2?
Option 4.
Option 4.
We're like divide by 2.
Option 4.
Option 4 divided by
What?
2.
I thought somebody said option 4, but that's what
That's
Oh.
what I said. Option
Yeah, that's freaking good.
four.
So we're not looking for N, we're looking for SN. We're looking for... Okay, this is aggressive.
Option 2.
We're still doing option 2.
Just got my answer. That was kind of right. This rolled me.
Because this one we don't need N in if we have TN, which we know. So we know that there'll be 128 games played at first, and in the end, there'll only be 1 game.
Is that possible? Quit putting line.
Dang. Yes.
Quick question. Should we be expecting a whole number here? Or are decimals okay?
Yes, whole number.
Whole number, how come?
Because there's 2 halves.
Because there can't be half a game.
There can't be half a game.
There can't be half a person.
Well, can there be half a person?
No, there cannot, ever.
It's like, I don't know the proper.
Even if I am missing a limb, I am still a whole person. You guys need to get on the accessibility train here, folks.
Isn't that what you can do?
Well, there could be half a person.
Like if you think about it in this situation, there could be half a person.
So,
How?
Because
How?
if there's 2 people per game,
Uh-huh.
half of 1 person would be 1 person.
that's
Basically.
not how it works, Dave.
Go back to your T9. I don't know.
I'm done.
Oh,
So there will have been 255 games played in the tournament in total. Amy, stop it.
But then we will switch to it.
Ashton, that's enough.
Okay, Amber, 24 minutes.